Next at 10, the process is underway to appoint new attorneys for Victor Godinez. The new legal team will appeal his case. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Christine Galvan.
And I'm Rudy Mideles. Victor Godinez was sentenced to death last week for the murder of a state trooper here in the Valley. Channel 5's Christian Von Preissing explains the long process ahead. It is all new at 10.
1 week after the end of the capital murder trial at the 389th District Court, the verdict of a convicted killer will be reviewed.
This gentleman has his life on the line.
Victor Godinez was sentenced to death for the murder of Valley Trooper Moises Sanchez in 2019. A death sentence comes with an automatic appeal. The next court to hear his case will be the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals.
Maybe that it falls back to a life sentence or even possibly a new trial.
Criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor Sergio Sanchez didn't work on this case, but he spoke to us about what's ahead. He says right now transcripts and the trial court evidence are being assembled for the new appeals attorneys to work their own case. It'll be a long process. In Texas, there's one place reserved for executions, the Huntsville unit. Some inmates have waited there on death row for more than 30 or 40 years.
They're going to scrutinize every shred of evidence. They're going to go through it almost as if the trial started brand new. Every piece of evidence, every witness statement, each of the witnesses that the state produced.
An appeals attorney will look into factors like the defense strategy, or if all evidence was used or introduced, or the mental capacities of the defendant.
Scrutinizing, criticizing the work of defense counsel, ineffective assistance of counsel was one of the most common appellate issues. Should they have done something different, or should they have withheld something? Did they not ask the right questions, or did they ask too many questions? Should they have had their client testify or not?
In the case of Victor Godinez, we saw firsthand the deliberate questioning from his defense attorney, Jaime Aleman, asking Godinez a long list of questions about whether he understood all the proceedings so far, understood the discussion of trial strategy, and if he had any concerns. Godinez's case will head to the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals, then it may go to the federal courts if there's an argument over federal law. And he may seek clemency from the governor. Finally, he may appeal the U.S. Supreme Court.
It's going to be at the end of the line, usually a request for the United States Supreme Court to hear a plea, and if that's denied, it's usually within hours or days. At that point, it's the end of the line.
Faced with the death penalty, the decision for Godinez will be appealed, and the process will unfold over the course of years, possibly decades. Christian Von Preissing, Channel 5 News.